Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the TheStoneRanger. So, if you was expecting me a little bit earlier, I do apologise. I am late. Used to it by now, yeah? Sorry about this. Yeah, late. I've been busy at work. I got home late, had an important meeting, got home late, rushed back. But we're here now. That's the main thing. So I was going to say, how's everyone's week been? But I saw a lot of you yesterday. So it's the Simpsons this evening. I'm running that behind. I've not even had a chance to shape my stone. So this is a request, this carving. It's a request to do simple, and I've got enough space. And this square it up, little chamfer, and it'll be good. So yeah, a little request of the Simpsons. Never carved the Simpsons before. Let's look for some chisels. There we go. How did the dry stone wall presentation go? Yeah, people seem to like the wall. I got good feedback on it. I do feel bad for them guys on TikTok. I've had some great feedback on my videos. So I made a video about how to use the dry stone wall, the mini dry stone wall. I've had some really good feedback on that, and I've done a tree planting one, which I've had some great feedback on. But no, the walling went well last night. People seem to like it. We had a good few thousand people overall tune in. I had a few comments since. I've been invited to officially add the email and all the stuff through for the Devon and Cornwall Bushcraft Festival. So I've been invited there. That's up to me if I could make a bit of a trip out of it. Like I said last night, August is a busy time. We'll see how that goes. So how's everyone's last 24 hours gone? It's been 24 hours since I saw most of you all. Hopefully you've had a good 24 hours. Good news on my side is the volunteer who ended up in hospital is okay. I've had a message from his wife. He's doing good. They were hoping to release him today. So that's really nice for that guy. So who's a fan of The Simpsons? So it's The Simpsons tonight. Who actually is a fan? I used to love The Simpsons growing up. I've not watched it for a long time, but I loved it. Evening, Ryan. It's been a whole 24 hours. Are you carving tonight? You're in the house or you out on patrol? Brown Dave. Not seen Brown Dave on a live chat for a while. I also think that might be a new profile picture there. Evening, Brown Dave. I would imagine Brown Dave has watched a few episodes of The Simpsons in his time. put in an application for. Nice. That is exciting. So we were on last night, Brown Dave. I don't think you well, you weren't in the chat. I know you weren't. And we had quite a few thousand people watching, doing a mini dry stone walling evening. So there was a little bit of teaching. We were going through the different stages, but also it was a bit of a social as well, which was nice. But we had some really good feedback. Gained a few subscribers. We're 101 away from our target. Not many now. 101. We're going to be down to 2 digits very soon. So you've not been around. Oh, so let me. Phone has finally sent me a notification. You're on. I did a Ryan. I'm on a rest day at the moment. Had a good day carving. Gave my sign to the customer. How did it go? Customer happy? Brown Dave says I'm doing some amazing work. That's nice of him. If I could give you a virtual high five, I would do. Thanks, Brown Dave. So I had a really nice Saturday planned out in my head. So I've got about 4 ton of timber to cut into rounds, log up at my house. So this is how my Saturday was going to pan out. I was going to get up in the morning, steady mooch around, let the chickens out, walk the dogs, go for a swim, come back, some poached eggs on toast. I was going to move into my workshop, sharpen my chainsaw, put the radio on, have a little tidy up, chop all the logs into rounds, and then split them all throughout the day. And then in the evening, moving back into the house in front of the log burner. A nice little bit. I was trying to think of something really nice for me too. I'm not that fussy really. I'd have had anything in front of the log burner, maybe watched a film. I've had my driveway dug up today, and I've got to reset the all the sets on the driveway myself. I said to the contractors I'd do that. Just knocked a few £100 off the price of the job, so I said I'd do that bit myself. So actually, I'm going to spend all my Saturday, possibly Sunday, resetting the driveway, which I suppose it could be worse. Let's have a look here. So they said they might have another one for the dad. Wow, that is what more? You can't ask for anything more than that, really. That's perfect. It looked great. I saw it on your Instagram. It looked really good. The finished article looked really, really nice. You should be really happy with that. Bryce says, evening all. Brian saw the photo. He was impressed. Dave says, evening, Brian. Do I ever carve marble for fire? No, no, I have tried in the past a little bit, just because I got given some. But no, never. I've made fireplaces. I've made a couple of fireplaces. But no, I don't have any marble at the moment. It's not something, once I'd had a go with it and I'd done a little bit, it was not something I thought, oh, best buy some more of that. But never say never. So I've got this really tricky thing to do, and it's going to sound like a problem what's not really a problem. So for the last 18 months I've been working above my pay grade at work and not getting paid for it, because there's been this chance of progression and moving, making the department a lot better, and I didn't mind doing it. Sorry, it played to my strengths really. It's what I enjoyed doing. So I've been telling you all on here about this restructuring, the chance of redundancies and stuff, and I'm okay. My job's safe, but it means we're not going to progress the department. It's not going to get it's not going to grow like we thought it was going. So the couple of us who have been working above our pay grade to help it grow, we've now got this dilemma, because we don't want to keep working above our pay grade when there's no chance of this growth. So now what I've got to learn to do from the end of March onwards is to do less for the same money. I know that sounds like a real nice problem to have, but it's not my natural default setting. So I've got to get to the end of March, finish all the bits we're doing, and then I'm going to try and learn to do less and get paid the same amount of money. And I think I might find it hard to do that. I quite like the challenge of it, the idea of it, because I'm trying to sell it to myself as a challenge. I know there are worse problems to have. It's but no. Has anyone else been in that position where you've been working above what you should be doing? Well, I know lots of people do that, always working over their hours and more than they should. I'm going to learn to do less. See how that pans out, shall we? We got 6 thumbs up. Do you know how many we ended up with yesterday? We ended up with 30. We were aiming for 20, and we ended up with 30, which is nice. Dave drinks tea for a living. Brown Dave. Brown Dave couldn't do any less. It would be nice to. It's going to be really nice. You know what I'm just thinking about? If we've got 101 subscribers to go, do you know when we're on that countdown from 100, working our way down? That'd be really nice. So since you've not been around, Dave, watching the channel, we've got a couple of guys what watch called Friday Night Fishing Live, and they have a YouTube channel and they go fishing every Friday night live. It does exactly what it says on the title, actually. Sea fishing, I think. Is it the Isle of Wight? Am I right there? So I'm going to put up, you know, like here. So I've got this big Joro sign at the top. When you stand back and you can see it, I'm going to put up signs here for when I'm on lives and you stood back and I'm carving from a distance. What say? Have your business advertised here. Advertise here. Or someone once suggested we have it written on my gloves, which I thought was quite a good idea, actually. Yeah, so those of you who are just tuning in, letting you know if you were around yesterday as I was doing the walling, and I was telling you about, I'd had a bit of a busy day of it. Well, it's good news to report is that my volunteer, who we suspected had a stroke on site, and we had to get the mountain rescue to come and rescue him out of the situation we're in. One point we thought we were having a helicopter. He's okay. His wife texted me this morning. I left her a voicemail last night. She texted me this morning. He's doing all right. Hopefully coming home. They said today, actually, but I think she might have been a little bit optimistic on that. But he's doing all right. So that is good news. There we go, Dave. Friday Night Fishing Club. We're doing all right. How are you doing? We were just explaining to Brown Dave, who's not new in the chat, but he's just not been around for a while, that he's a fisherman, is Brown Dave, and we're just explaining that you guys quite often drop in and say hello. So who saw the short of me trying to push the wall over? I said to Connor I'd make a short, seeing if I could push the wall over. And I gave it a good go. I gave it everything I got. And I couldn't do it. If I stopped and give it individual shoves, I could get it to move. But actually pushing it over was pretty tricky. And I didn't make it. So if you haven't seen that short and you watched me build the video, watch me build the wall last night, have a quick look at that after this. So next Tuesday, because I'm busy on Wednesday, I'm going to go stone carving. So it's next Tuesday stone carving rather than Wednesday at the moment. We'll keep an eye out on the channel. Might start dropping little shorts saying this Wednesday stone carving live, especially if I've got this template marked out and ready, just to encourage more people to come along. And I'm really hoping this Highland cow is going to turn out well. Somebody's already offered to buy it, so it needs to, really. So it's fishing for me next Wednesday. Fishing on the River Trent. I'm hoping it's as good as last time. The weather's not going to be as warm, but I'm hoping them bacon sandwiches are as good. So if you haven't done, sorry, I'm coughing. It's I was coughing when I came in. We've got this. I don't know if you ever heard it, Perdian fig spray that you spray on your kitchen side and you kind of mix it up yourself. And we've just opened a new bottle and we've mixed it up. I'm not sure what flavour it is or if we've got the ratio wrong, but it's keen. It's got right on my chest. Horrible stuff. So I think tonight, because this is it's not going to be the longest live in the world, we did obviously do a bit last night, and I'm tramming on through the Simpsons actually. I think it'd be nice only to aim for maybe 15 thumbs up instead of 20. So if we aim for 15, hopefully we'll get there. Like I say, we got 30 last night, but we were on for 2 hours last night. This one's not going to be as long. I started late and we're tramming on through. Are we on 9 already? Wow. So how many people on TikTok do you think saw that little video with Evening Jim? How many people on that little video of me saying who wants to come and do some dry stone walling, and were expecting me to do it on TikTok rather than YouTube, even though it said in the video on YouTube? 45,000 people liked that video. No, 45,000 people saw that video. I don't know the exact number how many liked it, but a few thousand. It's I couldn't help but feel disappointed for them if they're all expecting it to be on YouTube. So I might have to make a bit of an effort and build that again. I've taken it back now, taking it back to work, so it'll not be for a little bit. But next time it's available for me to bring home, I'm gonna have to make up for that on YouTube. Someone did send me a really nice message with a really good suggestion saying, why don't you film yourself building a dry stone wall and put it on YouTube? And I thought that was a good suggestion, seeing as though we already do that. How long does it take me to do each letter? Not long. So we started this at what? 20 past 7. I meant to start at 7, so slightly late. We're flying away through. So not long at all. When I was doing this full time, I was an absolutely blast through letters. So if you like it, do me a favour, hit the thumbs up button, or if you want to be super amazing, hit the subscribe button. Maybe you could even have a go yourself. There's plenty of videos on the channels on my channel offering tutorials, what chisels to buy, what tools to use, whether you want really cheap basic ones for like £15, or you want to go for some really expensive ones. There's 300 videos on the channel now with that's stone carving, lettering, bird baths, water features, dry stone walling. So go and have a look. And if you do end up making something, send us some pictures. One thing we don't mention a lot recently is that there are other stonemasons on YouTube doing the same thing as me, and they do amazing work, absolutely amazing. And some of them have got millions of subscribers. We don't even have 10,000. But what we offer, what them guys don't, we offer everything for free. If you ask them a question, they will charge you. They will charge you maybe a tip, or you have to do something in return to get advice from them. Everything at the Stone Ranger is completely free. You can stick it in the comments, or you can send me an email to TheStoneRanger08@gmail.com. Not sure if Bri can stick that on the screen for us, or if Connor's around. I've not seen Connor this evening. You can stick that on the screen, or you can send it on me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I generally try and stick to just YouTube for the videos, but we do have them other platforms. But all advice is completely free, and I will answer everybody. Sometimes it takes me longer than I'd like because I get a lot of questions, a lot of people sending me stuff, but it's all there. Always open for free. And I get loads of messages from all sorts of people. People who just want to show me what they've made. Some people who are trying to sell me stuff to go on the channel. People who are asking for advice, whether it's they're doing a carving, or they're just doing a bit of walling, or they're doing something in the garden and just saying, come across this bit of stone, do you think I could work with this? Do you think it's good enough? So there isn't such thing as a daft question. Just send them away. Send them in. We might only have a small community at the TheStoneRanger, but in my eyes, it's the best. Let's see what I've missed. Oh, it's not. Somebody started off what we had for tea. Who's done that? You're early. We do that at the top of the hour. Chili con carne. Oh no, chili for dinner tonight. Chili con carne. Subbed and liked, thank you. 2 chicken wraps, cheese and chips, lovely. Jim. Could I get another camera and stream on all platforms? Possibly. I could do that, actually. TheStoneRanger. That's my email address. Depth to work. I like how the position of the light, string lighting adds a shadow to work. Yep. It's we've done that on purpose to try and give you, the viewers, the best visual effect we can. So let me show you here. So this, I don't know if it'll work, but right. So this stag, you can see how you get the lighting effect on this stag. The shadow lines. I've been that busy at work, I've not even delivered that yet. There we go. It's definitely the best. I'm with you all the way on that. It is definitely the best. So we've started off early. I think Friday Night Fishing Club, the stag looks amazing. Thank you. So what we do at the top of the hour, every time we're carving on a Wednesday night, we all tell each other what we've had for our evening meal. It's a bit random, nothing to do with stonemasonry, nothing related to this at all, but we just like to do it. So we have 2 traditions on the channel. We have that at the top of the hour, and then at 8:30, if there's anyone else on the stream who has their own YouTube channel, it's your time to promote yourself and we'll all subscribe to everyone else's channels. But we're going to go early with what we've had for tea, because I know Dave's had chicken wraps and cheese, and I know we've had a chili con carne. Last week I had a terrible one, but this week I was quite happy. It was quite heavy, but it was nice. So I've had tortellini, which was filled with like a feta, which was really nice, and then we had a sherry and cream and broccoli sauce that my wife had made to go with it, and it was lovely with some grated parmesan on top. My daughter calls it parmigiano, a bit like Nigella calls a microwave a microwave instead of a microwave. So that's what I've had. I'm looking forward to seeing what Bry's had, because Bry always had 2 courses. His wife always makes him 2 courses, but he doesn't always let us know straight away. Chicken with cauliflower cheese, sprinkle blue Stilton, nice. And he'll just drop it in. He'll give it another couple of minutes, and he'll say, well, with a nice homemade bread and butter pudding, or a trifle, or homemade rice pudding. I quite like this, what we do at this time. Did you say you do a live stream on TikTok? No, I don't. So I do put some videos on TikTok. Some of them have had like millions of views. but I like to just stick to YouTube. I'm quite a loyal person when I've got something going. I don't want to swap over. I like to stick here with you guys. But I put this video on saying, the same one as I put on YouTube, saying, do you want to learn how to dry stone wall, the traditional art of dry stone walling? Join me this Tuesday night, 7 till 9, live on my YouTube channel. I even put it in text on the screen. Well, that video got seen by 40-odd thousand people with thousands of likes and a lot of comments. And I feel bad because a lot of them were thinking I was doing it on TikTok, and I wasn't. I was doing it on here last night. So I feel like I should make it up to them and at some point do it on there. But I'm not going to sacrifice my YouTube for the TikTok. Like and share. I can't ask for any more, Jennifer. Thank you for that. Ryan's on a rest day. I wonder what Ryan's had for his. Ryan normally chips in and tells us what he's had to eat if he's still on. He's probably on a high after delivering his carving and potentially getting a commission for another one from the same customer. There is no better feeling than that. Yeah. Irish coffee. Oof. It's 10 to 11 in the morning and you go having whiskey. Oh, wow. You think I'd do really well over on TikTok and YouTube should be promoting my page more? Well, you write YouTube a message and say, now then, Mr. YouTube, the TheStoneRanger deserves more promotion. I might be doing something wrong. Chicken enchiladas. Like a chicken enchilada. Do like a chicken enchilada with some hot sauce. Going back to the promotion of the YouTube channel, I could, well, actually, no, going back one more, I want to know about this whiskey at 10 to 11 in the morning. So that's living a retirement life. That's my type of life. I mean, I won't be able to drive anywhere afterwards, but that is my type of life. That Irish coffee for breakfast. So I'll tell you this retirement life thing in a minute. I'll just read these. Stuck on 10. We're happy with 10. And 10 is good, but if we can get to 15, that'd be amazing. It's really difficult for creators to grow on here compared to other platforms. But is it, once you have grown on YouTube as a platform, is it worth sticking it out? Might be harder, but is it worth it more in the long run? So while you're answering that, let me tell you this about this retirement life. So when people they were flirting with this idea of, when they were making people redundant at work, and there was a chance that I could get made redundant, I felt very at ease with it all. And someone actually said to me, "How come you're not worrying about everyone else?" I said, "Well, it kind of is what it is. The universe has a plan for us all, and I can't tell what they're going to do, and all I'm going to do is get worked up about it, and it's not really worth it." I said, "It's easy to get stressed, and I'm trying not to get too worried about things like that." I said, "What would you do?" I said, "Go home." He said, "Well, then what would you do? You'd have to obviously pay the bills and stuff." I said, "Yeah, I mean, there's always that." I said, "But I've just moved into this amazing new house. I have these goats and these chickens and all these things." I said, "I'd just go home and start carving in my workshop. And every time I sold something like a deer, carved something like a deer, or a little commission here and a little there, I'd just do them every day, and I'd do them on live streams, and I talk to people, and I carve each day, and I try and sell them and just see how it went. And I give myself a couple of months of just doing this and see how things went. And it got me thinking, obviously I'm not, because I'm not getting made retirement, but I did start thinking, I could get up in the morning, could walk the dogs, like I was saying about my Saturday, go for a swim, hang around with the chickens and the goats and stuff, come into my workshop, do some carving, all them nice, pleasant things what you do on a day, and then sell my bits of carvings. I thought, wouldn't that be a nice life? And then I realised, actually, I'm not getting made redundant, so I do have to still go to work. So. But for a moment, I thought, that sounds lovely. I never want to be running a business again like we were before. Never want to go back to that bigger business, people working with me or for me, or like subcontractors, forklifts, and so all the big stuff and all the hassle of websites and big orders. Would never want any of that again. That would feel like a backward step for me to do that. But I quite like the idea of it being a bit more chilled and just, I'm living in a different place and in a different frame of mind to what I was before, and my ambitions in life are completely different. I quite like the idea of being at home more. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, appreciate it. So for those who don't know, Dave's actually a really good friend of mine who drops in every now and again to say hello, which is good. Don't think you're doing anything wrong. It's hard to grow. So I don't plan on... Oops. Something's just happened. Oh, there we go. So I was trying to read them comments. So I don't plan on going anywhere today other than over to the neighbour's house tonight or make the kids dinner. Don't need to drive or walk there. Well, that sounds lovely. Keep doing what I'm doing. No, I do have a good job in that, but it was just this, for this moment, there was of me chance of being made redundant, and I just thought, well, let's just go home. Let's just enjoy home. I think that's highlighted a little bit for, spring's on its way and you're getting a little bit of warmth and you can get outside and you can do a little bit. It's obviously a hopeful time of year when spring's around the corner, which I always like. 13 thumbs up. Nice. 2 away from our target. And if I'm right, if my maths is right, and we were 101 away from hitting 10,000 subscribers at the beginning of the evening, if nobody's left, and we've got Jennifer who's signed up, we should be 100 away. We're nearly into 2 digits. I'll have to do one of them thank you videos when we get there. Be like, I want to thank Connor, and I want to thank Bri, and fishing on a Friday night, and Ryan, and Luke, all you guys. I'll have to really go for it. I have to write a little speech. Maybe we'll all have Irish coffees that day. That would be exciting, actually. So, while we're carving the Simpsons, I've got a question for you. How do you feel about this theory that the Simpsons predict the future? You know, like COVID or Trump being president. There's loads of little bits in there where they reckon the Simpsons predicted it. It's some people really buy into it. So, Jim, if you're still around, I want to ask you more about this TikTok thing. Do you have a TikTok channel? How do you know it's easier? Generally, if something's easier, though, if I'm working on the basis, maybe old school, if it's harder on YouTube and you're putting in the grind to get and it's a bit more, it's better when you get there. What are YouTube? If are they not benefiting? Not predicted, created from it. So they're creating this stuff afterwards. So when I see these little clips of saying Simpsons predicted COVID 6 years ago, actually it's happened afterwards. They've created an episode after. Or are you trying to say the higher powers are using their Simpsons of inspiration for stuff what happens in the world without sounding like a conspiracy theorist when I say that? Yeah, I'd like to know more about this. Well, both things really, but also I'd like to know more about that it's harder. I do sometimes think I need to probably research YouTube a little bit. Am I doing myself a bit of a disservice now? Not getting to know the algorithm more. And I've never promoted the channel. It's all very natural growth, which I've always thought was the best way going about it. Should I be looking at keywords and AdWords and all them bits, or should I just let it be what it'll be? How AI is going to take over. What's the next commission, Ryan? What's the next project? Do you know this dummy hammer, which is here? This used to, well, I'm very loyal to my hammer, so I'm going to say it quietly, but this one used to be my favourite hammer. I don't want to hurt its feelings. And I really do like this hammer, and I've carved hours and hours and hours with this hammer. And then I got this hammer. And there's just something about it. I really like the forward weight of it. And I feel like, even though it's bigger, I feel like we've got a little bit more control with this. So I'm not having to swing it as aggressively to shift them and see I can really tap it. And I don't know. There's just something about this nylon hammer I really like. The weight. every now and again I do drop back in on this for the right bits. But this has really become my go-to. Oops. Yeah, this has become my go-to hammer, and there's just something I like about it. So someone's asking me why the hammer is round the other day. Currently doing a 42 for that. Nice. Well, next time you do a project, you get paid for it, a commission. Put yourself maybe £40 to one side. Use the discount code at Southern Stone Limited, so you can save a little bit. Get one of these delivered. They do them in all sorts of colours. Get one delivered and just see how you think. It's always good to have in your bag. You're always trying to grow your tool bag anyway. So yeah, get one. Or if you don't want to do that at Christmas time, birthday time, ask Father Christmas nicely. So any of you who are watching who don't know this, I've not spoken about it for a little bit. If you're in the market for buying some tools, some quality chisels or hammers, any bits like that, Southern Stone Limited, who I really need to reply to. They sent me a message months ago and I just haven't got round to it. So I'm apologising live on YouTube for not doing that. But tomorrow, I'm definitely going to do it tomorrow. You've all heard me make the promise on YouTube. Tomorrow is the day I'm going to do it. So if you haven't heard me say this, what I was saying before is there's a video on my channel which you can watch it. Ideally, I'd watch it all the way to the end because that's where you get the discount code, but you can skip there if you want to. It's don't worry about it. There's a discount code. Go on to Southern Stone Limited to provide my tools. Really good quality tools, Italian tungsten, really nice hammers, all different bits. And there's a discount code. And on checkout, put this code in, save yourself a little bit of money. And actually, the more people what use it, I should promote it more. The more people what use it, the bigger discount we'll get over time. Like I say, I've probably neglected it a little bit because I've not been promoting it and I've also not replied to them. But I have genuinely been really busy with lots and lots. How many have you cracked through your... How many have I cracked in my lifetime? Not many. So there's two clips on my channel of me breaking two on purpose. One was a letter N, and I split the corner off the N on purpose to show you how to repair it. Then I carved another letter N, pieced it out, glued it in, shaved it down with the chisels and painted it so you wouldn't notice. And I actually broke a carving on a short, I don't know what, 6 months ago now. Because people kept saying to me, what happens if they break? And I'm like, well, they break. So not many. I've had more spelling mistakes than I've had breakages, and I've only had 2 or 3 spelling mistakes, which weren't my fault. They were actually customers' faults. I did a local parish council job with a few thousand carvings, and they sent me all the proof through of all the names. And they got a couple of the family names wrong, so I had to redo them. And then I did a local parish, another parish one in Sheffield, and there was a spelling mistake in that. Again, they'd sent it through, but no, a couple of spelling mistakes, a couple of breakages, and after carving thousands of letters, like a ridiculous amount of letters, I don't think that's too bad. I've done over the last 15 years of working with stone. I built a few miles of dry stone wall and plenty of house signs and bird baths and water features and bowls and so many letters. The word cottage I have carved more times than I want to remember. So I don't think we've done bad really with breakages. 13 thumbs up, and I'm going on to my last letter. And then once I'm on my last letter, I'm going to whip round all of them, tidying them up a little bit, brush it all down, and then I'm going to be done. And I don't mind about having a bit of an early knock off tonight, because we did the couple of hours last night on the walling, and it would be nice to. It's been a busy couple of days. It would be nice to get in the house. And my son bought me a bottle of Timothy Taylor's the other day, and I've not drank it. I'm going to have it. I was going to have it last night, but I didn't. Have I got a favourite type of stone? So I should say Derbyshire Gritstone, because I'm a Derbyshire lad and I've got a lot of it. I like the pattern of a Northumberland tiger stripe. There's certain limestones I like working with, but, and I don't use it much. I do really like slate, good quality slate. I really, really do like that. But I really like York stone. I think it's very dense. You can carve it. You have to put a lot of work into it to make it, the material move. You can get a really nice, crisp, solid edge. And as you take the top layer off where it's oxidized, it's gone darker, especially if it's a piece of reclaimed, you expose this lighter, creamy coloured stone. And I really like working with that. And it's stone what you just know will last a lifetime. But then there is, saying that, there is, this Derbyshire stone is nice, but sometimes you can get a piece, you can get a block, which we would call monumental quality, and it'd work out like £3,000 a cube, and you could cut a whole ton of stone just to get one piece for a memorial or a headstone, and it was really, really nice. And if you got that, that was like it was like a chocolate colour when it was wet, and it never fully changed colour like as light as this when it was dry. And that stone was just, I don't know, there was something very special about that when you were carving. When you just had a really good piece of that, that was really nice. So I've carved a bit of marble, Maltese limestone. I don't like that, but a bit of Portuguese limestone. I bought some French stone. I worked on some French stone. Wasn't bad. So it's either going to be that really nice monumental quality Derbyshire Gritstone or some nice reclaimed York stone. Let me check this here. Hello, I like your work. Hello. So what time are we on? Because we're running, because we had a bit of time last night working, and like I said, we're going to finish early. If there's anyone on here now who's got their own YouTube channel and you want to promote it, and just like say fishing on a Friday night, does what it says on the tin. They've got a fishing channel there. Every Friday night they're fishing on the Isle of Wight. So go over and give them a like. It's your chance now to say, I've got a channel, I'm a woodworker, I'm a stonemason, I'm a fisherman, or I'm a gamer. Just put it on there, the title. People nip over to your channel, they'll subscribe. Let's share it around. We do this every Wednesday night. If no one takes me up on it, don't worry about it. We'll do it again next Wednesday. But now is your chance to say. And if you say it every week, it doesn't matter. There'll be new people who are just tuning in at this moment at a time, or they'll watch it back. So just chuck it out there. So the live yesterday had 400 people watch that back, or 400 and a few. I checked it. Watch that back after we'd finished going live. So it might not look like as many people now, but that's your digital footprint. It's there. People might stumble across it tomorrow, tonight, or in 2 years. So stick it on. We like to be very positive. Like I was saying earlier to Rudolph, we are a very small, humble YouTube channel with a very small community, but we are the best. Jim said YouTube should be promoting us more. I agree, but I would do. I'm biased. Don't think Rudolph has started the channel yet. I think they said early on in the chat they were edit some videos. Friday morning. Looking forward to that. So next Wednesday, next Tuesday, because I'm busy Wednesday. We'll give that a plug. Bry's trying to get us up to 15. I do appreciate the time Bry puts in every week. He's always trying to promote the channel. He's a very good moderator. So we've got the time it takes me to just tidy this up and go back round to try and get to 15. So yeah, the time it takes me to just tidy the Simpsons up, go round it, and then that's me for the evening. Who can join next Tuesday? It's going to be Highland Cow Tuesday. I want to be carving Highland Cow tonight, but with work I had a last minute meeting. It was a good meeting though. It was worth it. Are we going to make it to 15? We're running out of time. Need like the countdown clock. It's been another good evening. Yeah, I looked at this piece of stone and thought it looks like a mountain. It would. Is there a mountain in the background in Springfield? Man called Tom. It's well, I hope the fishing's good. I think you did say that earlier, so sorry if I didn't pick up on that. I hope the fishing is good. Will it be going on the live? Will it be going on your channel? Sorry. So we've made it to 14 thumbs up, which is a good effort for a simple Simpsons carving. If anyone fancies dropping it on, dropping the last thumbs up on there before I go, be much appreciated. But thank you all for tuning in, especially those of you who've been 2 nights in a row. Been really good of you to tune in 2 nights in a row. That's 3 hours of your life you're not getting back, and you've spent with me. So I appreciate that. I'll take my specs off. So yeah, that's another evening done of stone carving live with me, the TheStoneRanger. Look at that dirt up there. I've had mud on my hands today, and it's underneath. That's not good, is it? Okay, perfect. Right, I'm going to leave you to it. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. I shall see you all on Tuesday, if not before. Thanks for joining in.